Hi everybody, welcome to Southern Comfort Ramblings. I'm Kelly Lee, and this week we are doing a pistachio crusted grouper along with some cherry sauce, and on the side we're going to be making some green beans with oranges. So it's going to be very colorful. We're going to start right off with the ingredients, and for the fish part of it and the cherry sauce, we're going to start off with about a pound to 2 pounds of grouper, depending on the size family you have. We're also going to be doing 1 cup of cherries, and you're just going to get regular cherries from the grocery store. You're going to half them and then quarter them and make sure they're all pitted. You're also going to do 1 cup of pistachio nuts that are already shelled, and then you're going to crush them. The easiest way to do that is in a Ziploc bag with a just a hammer or anything that you can pound them down with. Or if you have a food processor, you can use a food processor. But you're going to be encrusting the fish with it, so you're going to want to have it crumbly. You're also going to have 2 tablespoons of mint. I have fresh mint and a little bit of dried mint in there, and you're going to mince that down very, very finely. You are going to need a ½ teaspoon of kosher salt. You're going to need some pepper, about a 1/4 tablespoon or so, and you're going to need 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and let's see what else. You're going to need a ½ cup of balsamic vinegar, and finally you are going to need a 1/4 cup of cherry preserves, and of course I like the Smuckers. And that's what we need for the fish. Okay, for the green bean side of it, you're going to obviously need green beans. You can use frozen and just have them halfway cooked. I used fresh green beans, and I boiled them down in some water till they were about half cooked. And then I just kind of put them to the side for right now. You're going to need 2 cloves of garlic. And you just need 2 of those cloves, and you're going to ground them down. You're going to mince them up really fine. You're going to need an orange. And what you're going to do with the orange is you're going to zest the entire orange. Don't go down to the white, just do the orange part of it. And you're going to zest that entire orange down. And then cut it in half and section it. And then you're going to want to break it down into small bite-sized pieces. And that's it for the green beans. So let's get cooking. So what we're doing right now is we've got our grouper, and I've broken it down to smaller pieces because it's just easier to cook this way. And you're going to salt and pepper both sides, and this is the 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. But obviously, as usual, you do it to your taste. You're going to want to salt and pepper it up. You're going to take some of the kosher salt, and you're just going to sprinkle it on lightly. Turn them over. Make sure that you wash your fish before you cook your fish, even when it comes from somewhere you know. Just a smarter idea. So we've got this, it's salt and peppered, and now we're going to take the crushed pistachios, and we're going to dip the fish in them. Now the fish is a little wet, which is a good thing, but you're going to push that really down in there. You're going to put it on top. You're going to use your fingers, and you're just going to get really down on it. Try to get on the sides if possible. You just want to really get that crust on there. Just kind of give it a little shake. Don't shake all of it off. And we're going to do all 4 pieces this way. When they're done, we'll start cooking. All right, so we have our pans going both on medium. We have our oil in there, which is 2 teaspoons and about 1.5 teaspoons over for the green beans. We have our fish, and what we're going to do is put it on the big pan, and we're going to sear it for about 2 to 3 minutes so it has a nice brown to it. And just lay them on gently so that you don't lose a lot of the pistachios. and I have retained the pistachios that I didn't use just in case I need to top it. We're going to cook that for about 2 to 3 minutes until it's brown, and then we're going to turn them over to the other side for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're going to remove them and work on the cherry sauce. So we're going to remove the fish right now, and we're just going to put it back on the plate that I've cleaned because I don't want to put it back on a raw, the thing that has raw fish on it. And we're just going to remove all this. We're going to leave the pistachios that are in there, and put this to the side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the cherries, and we're going to take the balsamic vinegar. We're going to take the cherry preserves, and we're just going to mix that all in together. And we're going to simmer this for about 5 to 6 minutes until it starts going down a little bit. When it reduces, we're also going to now start the green beans as soon as the cherries start to reduce. So we'll be back as soon as that starts happening. The sauce is reduced down a little bit, and it smells so wonderful. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the mint that we had, and I'm going to put probably about a tablespoon in here and just kind of mix that in so it gets a nice mint sauce to it. I'm just going to kind of stir that in. And I'm going to keep reducing this down. I'm going to add just a little bit more mint. The other tablespoon of it. And we'll be right back in just a moment. Reduce down. We've got the mint in there. We've put both teaspoons in there slowly. As you can see, it's smoking up really nice. I'm going to use my fingers, but we're going to take the fish and we're going to put it back into the cherries. Be careful you don't burn yourself. It's still on medium to medium high, and we're going to let that cook. Over here, I'm going to lift this up just a little bit. Okay, over here what we're going to do is we've got the green beans in there, and we're going to put the orange zest in there. We're going to put the garlic cloves. There's a few more green beans in there. And we're going to put the orange slices. And just a pinch of salt. About a 1/4 teaspoon of it. And we're going to kind of give those a flip around. Get those really well coated. And we're just going to give that a good, turn that down a bit. And you want them crispy ready. So it's going to look like this. And really good. Practice this, you'll get it. And that's going to sit there and crisp up a little bit. We've got the fish on there. We're going to turn it over in a minute and we'll be right back. I wanted to show you about what everything looks like so far. We've got everything going. I'll give you a little close-up here of what the salmon is going to look like, and it should be that dark because the cherries are turning it dark. Over here we've got the green beans and orange with the garlic, and we are going to start to plate it. All right, we're done. We've made the supper. It was very easy, and this is what it turned out to look like. Isn't it pretty? And what we have done is we have taken the grouper and we put it on the plate and we put the cherry sauce on top. We have the green beans and the oranges, and over here I made a little bit of stuffing, and we put a little cherries over here, so that's what it looks like. I hope you enjoyed today's cooking. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming into my kitchen. I hope you'll remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well as like this video. And as always, share, share, share. Share on Facebook, share on Twitter, share on Google+. Anywhere you can, it really helps me out on my views. And that's why I do it. I do it for you, and if you're watching the videos, I'd really like to know. You can leave a comment down below. Tell me what you're interested in. What do you want me to cook? What would you like me to tackle? Is there any household questions you would like? Let me know. Meanwhile, have a great week, and bye, y'all.